This is Down to the Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, Flyman Rain.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building, we back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Yo, Down to the Wire 513. First time ever, very special edition Sports and Spirits Thursday.
Hey, turn up. We in the building, man. Let me just see you back here. We in the building, man. On a Thursday. It's going up, man. It's not going up on a Tuesday, but it's Thursday. We still going up.
How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, feeling great, man. I ain't got spirit. I got some flavor water today, but you know.
Yeah, we might start changing this shit to sports and water because I've been drinking water every time we do this.
You drinking water the last like six episodes. Seems like, bro.
But off air, hey,
water is good for your spirit. So it ain't a spirit, but it's good for your spirit. So hey,
and I still got to drive home, so we don't go down drinking and driving.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we don't want you to go out there and get a DUI and get hemmed up, man, on some Uso shit. So we don't want that to happen. Gotta chill. You gotta chill.
It's been a bad week for the Usos. Oh man. But now Down to the Wire 513. Make sure y'all tap in with everything Down to the Wire 513. D. Terran Bland, Flyman Ran. Josh Doc Evans said he will be checking in. So we'll be checking in via audio here pretty shortly. Obviously, no game 4 is tomorrow night. So we want to hop on today, recap game 3, and look ahead to game 4 tomorrow night. So, I mean, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Game 3 was last night. Indiana regains the lead. It took a 116-107 victory in game 3 last night. They lead the series 2-1. They got a huge performance from an unsung hero, a guy.
Yo guy.
I was high on him. It's about time. But I mean, he showed flashes throughout his career, but what better performance to announce yourself than the NBA Finals? Ben Mathurin, man, 27 points off the bench.
Game high, not just team high, game high. 27 points.
Help led the Pacers to a 116-107 victory over the OKC Thunder, take a 2-1 series lead. What was your thoughts on the game overall, brother?
A great game once again. This has been a great series, man. I know the ratings are down. You know,
they're lost.
It's not story franchises. You don't have those, marquee players, but this is a great series if you ask me. Great basketball being played, great chess matches on both sides from the coaches and everything, man. So I love this series overall so far. Game 3 was another amazing game. Like you said, Ben Mathurin came to play, man. He was a third leading scorer all season, and this playoff run, he's been kind of a hit or miss. He had some big games, but he's also had some DNPs, and he's just some games where he's just been out of it. So. And even this final series, he's had games where he's like, all right, he out there, but he ain't really out there for real. So he showed up big time. My guy, TJ McConnell, bro, unsung hero. If you ask me, that was the MVP of the game. TJ McConnell, he came in, and him and Ben Mathurin, but TJ McConnell's energy just changed the whole game, man. He came in, he was on 10 on defense, on offense. He was attacking, getting 2 feet in the paint pretty much every time he had the ball. He had like 3 steals in the backcourt off inbound passes, man. Those two really kind of really sparked the Pacers because at first I thought they were going to get smoked. First quarter, they were missing all their shots. They were in single digits. It was like halfway through the quarter. The Thunder, like they were about to take off. Chet was having a good first quarter. I'm like, okay, Thunder about to come in here and just show, all right, we're a better team, which they have been all series till last night. They were leading the score every minute except for like, I don't know how many minutes, like maybe but every minute but 0.2 seconds of the series so far till last night. But I thought those guys came off the bench and really just sparked the team. Then Tyrese Halliburton kind of showed up as well. He had 22. I think he had like 9 rebounds, 11 assists, something like that. He had a pretty good game. He was being a lot more aggressive. He was. I mentioned on Twitter during game 2, he had to shoot the ball coming off the pick and roll off the drop when the Thunder drop coverage. He's not shooting the ball at all. He's looking for passes. Last night he shot that floater a couple times when he got in the paint. Made it a couple times, loosened defense up a little bit. So overall, great game by the Pacers. They really came and showed up play. And like Doc was saying in our group chat, Jalen Williams, man, J-Dub, looking ass. But yeah, go ahead and get your take on what you thought about the game last night.
I mean, everything you. I mean, basically, what it came down to, and we talked about it. We talked about it before we preview Game 3 on Sunday. Which bench is going to show up? And obviously last night, okay. I mean, Indiana's bench. Obviously, we expected them to play a lot better, being back at the crib. And like you said, Ben Mathurin, man, he led the way offensively off the bench. But TJ McConnell, like you said, definitely changed, came in and provided that spark, provided that energy. Like I said, those 3 crucial steals off inbound passes, and then one. He got one and just threw the ball off of J-Dub and got him an extra possession. Like I said, his energy in the first quarter, I'm with you. Like definitely sparked and definitely brought that energy to life, brought the building to life. Because it was looking ugly for a minute for Indiana in that first quarter, man. They didn't win the first quarter, but like I said, he stopped the bleeding one.
Saved them.
I know stopped the
saved them.
Man. And then
it was slipping. They're holding the rope. It was slipping. The rope was slipping out their hands, man. It was slipping.
And then Indiana settled in from there. I know we've been critical of Jalen Williams, man. But last night it was hard to say he had a bad game.
He just like he wasn't out there to me. It's not like he was kind of invisible to me. And if you're gonna be the only other all-star on the team, you have to show up. You have to be there. Either be outstandingly out there. All right, he out there, but he not playing good at all. Or just be out there and be real good. He was just like invisible to me last night.
I mean, but he had 26 though. I mean, for me, the thing is,
it seemed unimpactful to me.
I think that probably because I think reason his 26 probably seemed impactful was because of how bad Shai's offense was.
Maybe so. And I give Nembhard credit for that. Nembhard was D'ing him up real good. No, Diddy. I have to put it out there. It sounded wild.
That's the last name. We get a pass. Yeah.
That sounded wild. But no, he was really guarding Shai really good. And they grew up together, like I mentioned last week or last episode. They grew up together, so he kind of knows all Shai's moves, except that challenge. He only shot 6 shots in the game, but man, was his defense really, really impressive too, and really kind of set the tone for them too. Like you said, Shai didn't have a good offensive game.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously that's kind of been the MO. Like I said, Shai has always been the driving force. We have almost never seen a game where J-Dub can be that leading scorer and OKC be in the game. So when he does have a efficient, he shot 9-18 from the field. So I mean, pretty efficient game for him.
Yeah.
Like I said, when the Batman is struggling and he doesn't get 30, like I said, he doesn't get 30, he ends up with 24. It's going to look bad on the rest of the team. Basically,
right there. Because J-Dub didn't have a bad game. Look at the box score. Probably his best game so far. Looking at the box score. So, you got a good point there, I guess. Shai didn't have a good game. It made it look a little worse.
But for me, I ain't gonna hold you, bro, because like I said, even in OKC, when OKC took that lead and going in the fourth quarter, bro, I thought, and we talked about it last show I was on. What separates Hallie, in my opinion, from Shai is like Shai can step up, take over, and win you a game. When they was up that fourth quarter, I always thought, oh, Shai about to turn it on and they about to go ahead and go up 2-1. Yeah, that never happened.
Never happened.
Like I expected the same thing.
I expected the same thing. I expected Shai to turn it up and really see, like we saw in first quarter, game 1, uber aggressive, coming out here and just not taking no for an answer. We didn't see that. My big thing though with OKC, man, is their starting lineup. Or maybe not starting lineup. Yeah, I think it's got starts. Cason Wallace, man, he has like 19 points for the whole series, bro. You can't. You have 2 players off the bench that had 20 points in one game. You can't have 19 for three games to be a starter. I know his defense is really good, but it ain't been that good because he got cooked for the game winner in game 1. So he's not giving you much, man. I would go away for Cason Wallace. I know he's a UK alum, so I don't know why people are mad at me for saying that. I will bench him, man. I'll put him on the bench and go more either Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins will drop 18, or go more Caruso in the start lineup. Got 20 in game 2 it was. I will go with one of those 2 guys or someone else other than Cason Wallace. I know his defense is going to be missed out there, but he's not giving you much on offense. You need somebody to score more points, especially on the road.
Yeah, but like I said, they started the game pretty well. Like I said, OKC obviously they won the first quarter every game this year. But I'm with you as far as Cason Wallace. I mean, I may even go 2 bigs, bring Hartenstein back in the starting lineup.
I would do, man. I would go big.
I mean,
I mentioned with Doc, I would make them play our style. Like, why are y'all going small and playing Indiana style? Y'all been best team in the league all fucking year. Make them play y'all style. Impose y'all will on them until they have to change. If they don't change, dominate. And like that's my thing with the OKC coach. They just the coaching staff is very inexperienced, and it shows right now. It's showing in this series. They should be up 3-1 right now.
2-1 or 3-0. 3-0.
Yeah, oh my bad, 3-1. Yeah, 3-0, 3-0. They should be up 3-0 right now. If you ask me, they should be up 3-0. They've been the better team. At least 2-1. At least 2-1. Last night maybe with no, I'm not. I'm gonna say 3-0. But they're a better team. If they would play their style, they would win every single game in the series. You know, they should win game 1. They won game 2. Last night they were going back and forth. They should win in game 2. We mentioned it. Shea should take over the game. He didn't do it. They haven't lost 2 games all season. So we'll see if that Indiana can change that. Indiana has lost 2 games, I think, in this year. Yeah, 2 games in a row. They have lost 2 games in a row all season. And I don't think Indiana lost 2 games in a row since I think this calendar year. It's been a while since they lost 2 games in a row too. So we'll see. I think whoever wins 2 games in a row first is going to win the series.
I mean, it's the way Indiana was rocking, man. Like I said, if that bench can, and that's the thing that was great about Indiana has been about their whole run to the playoffs. Like I said, OKC, we know Shea is the driving force. I said we know for the Pacers, we know Hallie is the leader of the team, but you could never know where that offense is going to come from. It could be anybody on any given night. It could be a Pascal Siakam night. It could be a Miles Turner night. Last night was a Ben Mathurin night. Hallie can go off for 30 at one point. So you never know who's going to be the driving force offensively. And honestly, bro, like I'm not backing off my pick. Okay, I still think OKC can win, but last night was the game because I'm still in my heart. I'm still expecting J-Dub to have a bad game, bro, off on the road, and that could be game 4. Like last night.
Yeah, last night was. Like I said, it was invisible, but he didn't play bad. He just wasn't very. Like I said, it wasn't impactful to me. So I mean, if you don't call it a bad game, he do for one on the road, and it'd be game 4.
I don't think he. Yeah, if in game 4, man, like
they're gonna have to have somebody. They're gonna have to have either Aaron Wiggins game, Caruso game. Somebody's gonna have to save them, bro. Because I don't think Chet. I don't know, bro. Chet kind of getting exposed, man. I ain't gonna lie. Chet kind of getting exposed. I didn't think being well, I don't say I didn't think. Everybody think skinny guys or KD kind of proved everybody wrong. Skinny guys can still play in the league. They still can play, but it still matters to get a little weight on your bones and have a little strength, man. Because he's getting bodied out there, bro. Like, he's getting bodied. They're going right at his chest. And I think Indiana is like targeting his ass. I don't think they're trying to. I know Chet's a pretty good defender, but they're like targeting his ass, bro. I don't think they're shying away from him at all. You saw other teams kind of like go away from Chet on defense. They go towards him and go right into him. He does make some plays out there, but I see a lot of times where he's getting exposed. He's getting bounced back by Miles Turner, or even I don't think even Mathurin got him once in the chin, right in the chest. He bounced back, flying backwards. So that's a little bit alarming, man. He's getting worn down out there at the 5, so you might have to play him more at the 4 and do I Heart at the 5 and play both of them at the same time. Those minutes have been successful. I'm not sure why not doing it more. I know it could cause kind of mismatch for them guarding Pascal, but I'll probably do that, man.
And bro, I mean, obviously we said ain't nothing. There's nothing more important than the next game, but I think this for OKC to have their chance. This is do or die for game 4. Because remember last time they lost game 3, they got waxed by Minnesota in the West Conference Finals, and then obviously Shea came back in game 4, dropped 40. J-Dub had 31. Like I said, I think we've seen the best J-Dub on the road. I think he's due for an egg in game 4.
He might prove you wrong, man. He might come out and prove you wrong. Say, I'm the all-star too. I'm here. If
he do it all, I will come back. We will come back on the show on Saturday or Sunday. Next time we on the show, hey, I will gladly apologize.
Sing his praises. We're gonna sing his praises. But yeah, man, you might be right, bro. They might need a team. Might need a game from, like I said, Wiggins or iHeart or not iHeart. Isaiah Joe or one of the games from somebody on the bench coming in.
I don't know if they can do that on the road, bro. I'm just being.
Isaiah Joe hit a couple big threes. I think it was game 3. He had a couple big threes and kind of quieted the crowd down a little bit. But I don't know, man. Dagnall kind of, that's the OKC head coach. He's a little iffy to me, man. I know it's the first time in the finals. He's a young coach. I think his inexperience is showing. I think Carlisle is wiping the floor with that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Carlisle is killing that nigga.
And that matters. That matters, bro. I mean, I forget which game we was talking about it, but everybody say coaches coach and players play. That may be true to an extent.
Yeah, to a certain extent, but coaches push the buttons to make the players play certain ways too. And coaches have certain combinations to make players play certain ways too. So
especially in basketball.
Yeah.
5-on-5, like 5-on-5. Like I said, you can get away from it in football where the players can go out there and, like I say, if you got a good enough quarterback, he can go out there and save the coach, a la Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep. Go out there, manipulate the defense, really kind of make things happen for you, but it's a little bit harder in basketball, man. I ain't saying Dagnall is a bad coach. He's definitely a great coach, but I'm just saying he's inexperienced, and I think he's overthinking it. That's the best way to put it. He's overthinking the matchups. He's overthinking the adjustments. He's overthinking it right now, and I think it's showing.
And you know, Rick Carlisle just made Tom Thibodeau think, so he's not a.
Yep.
This way, so.
Hey. He came from a hella strong coaching tree, man. Like he was up under Don Nelson, all the niggas, bro. So he has a lot of tricks up his sleeves, man. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
But I mean, like I said, Indiana, man, great game 3. Excited, can't wait for game 4 tomorrow night on a Friday night. We're gonna try to get over there, but I had to pick up shift, so I'll be watching game 4 here at the station.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it from the crib. I was trying to get over there, but the NBA's been kind of lame with the events going on outside of the arena. So I'll probably just watch from the crib. So, but I think it's a must win for both teams, bro. I think this is the most important game in the series. I think whoever wins this game will win the championship. Winner of game 3 or game 4 will win the championship.
That's fair. And also, real quick, going back to Nembhard, like I said, gotta give him credit on his defense on Shea. And like I said, and credit to the Ben Mather and the TJ McConnell stepping up offensively, because I say usually Nembhard is a double-digit score, score, but he sacrifices offense to play defense. Like I said, still had 8, but he's usually a little higher score than that. Yeah, like I said, Mather 27 off the bench, McConnell came in 10. Obi Toppin had some timely buckets.
That tip dunk, man.
That's it.
Same thing he did in New York, man, for that one game, man. Tip dunk, man. Shout out Obi.
So I mean, game 4 is tomorrow. Game 4 is tomorrow night, 8:30, ABC, ESPN. Who you got?
Man, OKC hasn't lost 2 games in a row all season, like I just said. I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow night. So I'm going to OKC in a close one. It's going to be a close one. I think they win a close game. I think it'll be under 5 points, but OKC wins.
Oh, that's good. That's going against your theory, y'all.
Against what I've been saying. Because I said OKC win a game who was like 8 points, and that was the score. It was like what 8 point and 9 point win for Indiana. Yep. So I thought that would be the game that OKC would be more keen to win it. So switching up a little bit.
Game 4, back game in Indy. Like I said, I think this is crucial for both teams. I think a little bit more. I think hopefully Indiana can come out and play a little bit more looser, because I think if Indy can go up 3-1, man, that's going to put a lot of
pressure. They go up 3-1. I think, like I said, this is the most win for them. They'll win this game. I don't think they're going to win this series, but even though they'll only be 2-2 going back to OKC, that's just me bouncing. Might as well go ahead and pencil in 3-2 coming back to Indiana, because I don't see them winning OKC.
Yeah,
at least game 6 or game 5.
And honestly, for Indy, bro, if they do go up 3-1, they better win a game. They better win a 6. If OKC wins tomorrow night, or if Indy wins tomorrow night and goes up 3-1, Indy better win a 6, because if they force a game 7, or if they have to go to game 7 back in OKC, I don't see Indiana winning.
So you said they better win a game. If they win, go up 3-1. Better win a game.
They better win a game 6. No.
Oh, back Indiana. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Indy. Yeah, because they went back to old school. It ain't 3-3. It ain't 2-3.
Yeah. I thought you were saying if they win this next game, they gotta win. And OKC, and they're wrapped up. I was like, oh, they ain't gonna lose that. They ain't winning.
Yeah, no, I don't see.
If they win 4-1, man, sheesh.
Ooh.
Shout outs to them because nobody called that shit. Nobody. Everybody out there was saying, Thunder in 5. Most people say Thunder in 5. Thunder in 6. I heard some people saying that. I've heard a couple Thunder in 7, but mostly Thunder in 5 or 6. So the fact that they even pushing it to 6, shout out to the Pacers. If they go up 3-1, man, hey, if I were them, I'm trying to end it in OKC for sure. I'm trying to.
I mean, of course,
as possible, but of course, the fans been rocking, man, going back home with a chance to last game of the season possibly. They're not gonna let that shit slide. They're gonna go in there and rock it, man. So I don't see if they do go up 3-1, I don't see them winning in OKC. Close the series out. So like you said, they have to win it in game 6 back, and then I don't see them winning game 7 in OKC.
But with that being said, I've been saying it all show. I'm going with my gut, going with my theory. I think J-Dub has a letdown game 4. I think Shai's going to be more efficient. Shai may have scored 50, 55 for him to be in the
55? Holy shit.
Or to get the dub, but
go for a 50 ball in the finals, that'd be crazy. We ain't seen that since Giannis.
Yeah. Not saying he's not capable, but
he definitely capable.
I'm going Indy. I'm going Indy tomorrow though, bro.
You going Indy. So you actually going against you. You just said beginning of the series, we all said Thunder in 5.
I did.
So the fact that you're going Indiana, so you saying they're gonna go up 3-1. So you said the Thunder. So you saying Indiana gonna win the series then? Is that what I'm hearing? The 3-1 lead is daunting. Now anybody come back, that's why they play the games, but 3-1 lead would be daunting, man. It would be like, all right. Like I said, for a team in Indiana who hasn't lost 2 games either in a row in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be kind of a death sentence. You go down 3-1.
Yeah, almost. And so we know Bron came. We know all know it. Then for 2016, NBA Finals. But I'm just like I said, bro. Can OKC go back and turn around and win a game 6? Yes, they'll take one game at a time. But I'm just saying, how trends go. J-Dub just had a good game in game 3. I don't expect him back-to-back road games where he's playing with.
That's point. I hear you.
That's all I'm basing on. Now, OKC can come back and still win in 7. Yes, they can. They are that talented. But as far as game 4, I'm going Indy. Hell, this could be a Hallie game. This could be Hallie going 30 plus. If
I'm Halliburton, this is the game you come out and you be uber aggressive, bro. Because y'all playing low key, you playing with house money. Like if you in the end, you feel like you're playing with house money. You're up 2-1, but you shouldn't feel like that because this Thunder team is very dangerous. So you should feel like the urgency, but that's also a reason he should come out killing. Like, I'm going for the kill, bro. I'm going for the kill. We go up 3-1. Me going out and having a 30-point triple double again, like I did, last round. Oh, it's over. It's over. I'm putting all the talk to bed. All the SGA talk. Fuck that nigga. Smoking that SGA pack. So if he wants to come out here and prove everybody wrong, he will go out and really be uber aggressive, try to get 30, triple double or whatever, 30 and 10 or whatever you want to do. But I'm going with trends too. I'm going my trend. OKC don't win 2 games, don't lose 2 games in a row. That's my trend. I'm going with. I'm gonna go with that trend. Hopefully I'm wrong. I want Indiana to win the series, honestly. Yeah, So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm still rocking with Thunder. You rocking with Pacers. We're gonna see who's right, who's wrong.
We shall see. Game 4 tomorrow night, like you said, ABC 8:30. We'll be back on either. Let me see, because will Game 5 be Sunday or will it be Monday?
I think it's on Sunday. I think it's every other day now.
Is it every other?
Should be. If not, man, come on, NBA. Like, what are we doing? You make the conference finals every other day, but then make these. We're gonna go 2 days. Like, come on, bro.
No, okay. So it'll be Monday. Game 5 will be Monday.
Yeah.
And then Game 6 will be Thursday.
That's ugly. Yeah. So we'll be on probably Sunday or Saturday. Sunday. If it lasts until Thursday, we'll hop on to do a Wednesday show like we were normal. And then hopefully by then it'll probably be over. We'll see.
So yeah, they're keeping the trend 2 days in between every game.
We shall see, man. We shall see. I'm going Thunder still in a series. I said Thunder. I said in 5 originally. After the last game 1, I said 6. So I'm still going Thunder in 6 for the series.
That's clear. I'm still riding with my pick with OKC, but I'm just wrong with the games.
Hey, T ride with Thunder for the series, so he got them coming. He got history happening again, guys. He got Thunder going down 3-1 and coming back and winning the series, which is definitely possible. Definitely possible.
Pretty much. I'm going with history.
If you can possibly bet that, I'll go ahead and bet that right now. If you can, make it a T special.
I might do it myself. If Indiana goes up 3-1, I might put a little something that OKC comes back and wins.
Yeah, it'd be a good winning if you actually get it, man. So I don't. Hey, why not? Why not? Anything's possible. Anything's possible, man.
Last thing before we hop up off here, I know you've seen. You probably heard the reports or some people just talking on Twitter. Some basketball heads been talking about it too. What do you think about KD to Minnesota?
I've been hearing a lot about KD going to Minnesota. I've been hearing San Antonio. I've been hearing
yeah, I know San Antonio. Yeah,
I've been hearing a lot of different things. So the Minnesota one will be interesting. I don't think it puts them over the top though. Honestly, I believe we have to be honest with ourselves and honest with people, man. Be honest. In the last 4 years, has KD been a needle mover for playoff teams?
You said the last 4?
Last 3-4 years.
3-4 years?
Since Brooklyn. Since he came back from the Achilles injury. Has he been a needle mover for playoff teams? He's been a very good player. Don't get me wrong. He's still been KD. He's still been a great player. But has he moved the needle for any team he's been on like that much?
No, he
hasn't.
He hasn't been effective for or a playoff mover since
Golden State, bro.
Well, I would say Brooklyn. I would say Brooklyn. The one series where if he was a foot behind the line. Yeah.
All right, you call it that. Call it the first season back healthy in Brooklyn. That's a long time ago. So I love KD. I don't look at him. I don't want to throw him in the Aaron Rodgers category where Aaron Rodgers is like, I don't give a fuck about Aaron Rodgers where he goes these days because he hasn't been capable since 2020. But I'm kind of almost there with KD as well. Kind of almost there. And KD is still uber elite though. He's still 50, 40, 90 guy, but he's not moving the needle to where he's going to, all right, KD's going to get you a championship. Like he doesn't put you in that line anymore, in my opinion. Now if he goes to a team like San Antonio where they're already kind of stacked, then okay, he can maybe push that team over the edge a little bit. But Minnesota, I don't think he pushed them over the edge, bro. Him and Anthony Edwards and who? Because Randall's going to get traded. He's going to be gone to trade. Him, Anthony Edwards, and Rudy Gobert.
Nuh-uh. Well, this what was it? I'm trying to find it earlier.
They trade Gobert and keep Randall. Who would they trade for KD? If he goes
it said it was no. They had obviously if you're Phoenix, wouldn't do it. But the trade that obviously I seen on Twitter that had Dave McMenamin's name attached to it. It was Rudy Gobert on there. Mm-hmm. was a trade. Dante DiVincenzo and or Mike Conley and Rob Dillingham. It was them 3 or 4 players for KD.
So you have KD
and Naz Reid off the bench.
If they keep Naz Reid, he's a free agent this year. He's a free agent.
If they keep
Naz, he might bounce. He's about to get paid. He might actually leave.
But
if they get KD, he probably leaving. I'm just not that moved, bro. I'm not that moved by that lineup. Honestly, I'm not that moved.
And you still need a point guard.
Yeah, I'm not that moved. We just had KD teamed up with Devin Booker and Brad Beal, and what happened, bro? Like, no, like Anthony Edwards is better than Devin Booker. Yeah, he's better than Devin Booker. Yeah, but it's not like he's Luka Doncic. It's not like he's like Wemby. He's like Wemby. Like he's not like he's anybody that is. Anthony Edwards is very good, but he's not. In my opinion, he's not a superstar yet. He's not making anybody around him better.
So you're telling me you don't think, like I said, because back-to-back Western Conference Finals with Ant by himself, you don't think KD could help them get over the hump and get to the NBA Finals?
Depends on how they play. No. Like it depends on match. Everything depends on the West, and everything in the West depends on matchups, of course. But I'm just like plugging them in there. I'm like, I'm just not that moved, bro. I'm not that moved. They'll be about. I mean, they might get back to the West Conference Finals. I mean, they might get back to the same point, but
so let's say they play Thunder again. They still don't get over. They still can't get over the Thunder.
No. I don't see them being OKC with I don't even see them beating healthy Denver, bro. Like, no. Like Denver healthy, if Denver retools the way they should, Jokic still gonna get them fucking problems. Like who's stopping Jokic still? Like the problem is they're still gonna the same problems. And if they're smart and they retool, like I think they should have a better defender to guard Anthony Edwards. But I mean, it put them right there in the upper echelon in the West. They'll put them right there, I guess. But I don't think it puts them over the hump. And it doesn't make them a definitively championship team, in my opinion. They're makes them a little better than they are now. You know, because like you said, like DiVincenzo will be gone, one of the best shooters. Now, of course, you're getting KD in there, so he's a better player and better shooter than Dante DiVincenzo. But you know, I don't know. Maybe one of the guys a little too low on KD now. I don't know. I'm just haven't seen much promise from KD. Honestly, I mean, he's a great player still, but he's not impacting winning enough for me to be like, yeah. How you see it? You think they're gonna put him over the hump? They get KD.
So based on let me pull it there. So based on the trade,
where's the depth, bro? Like look at the teams in the finals this year.
Yeah, I mean,
they got there by depth, and they still have no depth there. If they get KD, like he's great there. He's a great top 3-4 players, but other than that, like who do they have?
So obviously Rudy Gobert. So that means they're losing size. They're losing their defensive presence.
Yeah, defense and size. Rim protection is gone because now he don't block no shot. He don't block no shot. They get Naz Reid back. He might be gone too. That's a big question mark. He don't get paid. If they're gonna pay him,
I think
and get KD, and then when they want to extend KD,
I think DiVincenzo. I honestly, bro, at this point, I think DiVincenzo would almost be expendable because he didn't really perform.
Yeah.
The thing would be obviously depends on what they do in free agency as far as the big man go, but I would need to see if you get KD, then bro, I'm gonna need to see, and it's gonna be a huge if because he didn't really get a chance to shine this year. But I'm gonna need to see a huge step up from Terrence Shannon Jr. because right now he will be your point guard coming in off the bench. He didn't really get a chance to shine.
He didn't get no chance to play for real.
And then between Nickeil Alexander Walker and Jay McDaniels, like one of them is going to have to step up offensively.
No, it's a free agent too. He's about to get paid, so he's probably gonna be gone too.
You said which one?
Nickeil.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, bro. No. They make this happen. They're not signing Nickeil back. They're probably gonna have to. Nas is gonna be a priority for them. So they'll probably overpay to get Nas back.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, their defense is gonna be fucking shot. Definitely gonna be fucking shot. So absolutely not. If they get KD, they'll be right where they are now. Same seeding wise and matchup wise. They end up getting the right matchups. They can get back to the conference finals. So other than that, they're not getting anywhere further than that. I'm not gonna fall for the the big name trades anymore. I'm not falling for that bullshit anymore, bro. We see where the teams who got the finals this year, who even the last final 4 teams, they're teams. Depth. Yeah. It's not just 2 players and a bunch of fucking nobody. It's 2 players and a bunch of fucking scrubs. They're a bunch of vet minimums. Nah, it's just 2. It's maybe a one good player, 2 good players, or 1 good player who's a little bit older on a max deal, and some older players maybe on some more expensive deals, and y'all young players, or is 1 max player, all young players in OKC. Like I'm not gonna fall for the getting KD and everything changes. That doesn't happen anymore. Those things are far behind us, if you ask me. I love KD. I'm a huge KD fan, but I'm being real here. And same goes for fucking LeBron James. If he was a free agent, I'd say same thing about that nigga. He does not impact winning at high level anymore. Same thing goes for him. These guys are too old now. They're too old. They can't be number ones anymore. I said that last week. These guys cannot be number ones anymore. If you're banking on KD to get you to finals, good fucking luck. Same thing with LeBron. Good fucking luck. You see what we did when I drink at Luka to be our horse. You see what Phoenix is doing. KD, you can't be our guy anymore. We got a road book. He's younger. Right now, he's gonna be our better bet. I don't know if I agree with that, but hey.
But I think that's what they're going with. But now I think that speaks more to like I said, the talent level, and you already said that Anthony Edwards is better than Book. So I think, like I said, I think KD would help them. At the end of the day, it all depends on matches because you have to remember Minnesota. They avoided Denver. Like I said, they avoided Denver this year in the playoffs. They avoided the Clippers in the playoffs. I said they played a old Lakers team with no size.
Yep.
So they had a favorable path to the Western Conference Finals this year.
Yeah. So matchups still mean everything, you know. And like I said, he would help them, but get them over the hump. No, over the hump that they are on now, the hump to get to the finals. I don't see that happening.
And then also I just looked. I forgot. Julius Randle has a player option this year. Expected 30 million this year, but maybe he opts out. Who knows?
He's gonna opt out. He's gonna opt in. He's gonna opt out for a bigger deal from them. If they want to keep him, he's gonna want to get paid from them, or you're gonna get paid somewhere else, or gonna be a prove a deal somewhere else. I'll go somewhere else and prove it for 1 year, and then go somewhere I really want to be at. You know, so yeah. You know, I wouldn't do it if I was Minnesota. I know it looks good. It looks shiny right now to get KD, Anthony Edwards' favorite player. It looks good. It'll be a big splash to get him, but I would look to fill out other places. You know, you need to get more depth. They need to get better shooting. They need to get a lot of things they can do to try to better the team. Now, if you look at those avenues and they can get you anywhere, and this is your last ditch effort you can do to get your team better, fuck it. Maybe you go ahead and do it, but I wouldn't extend KD.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not extending it. And honestly, I think that's the only I think the Anthony Edwards relationship, I think that's really the only connection they have in this whole thing, why it even got brought up in the first place.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know the history. Like I said, that was his favorite player growing up. So but from a basketball standpoint, from a basketball perspective, as of right now, it would just depends on how they fill out the rest of their roster. Like I said, Minnesota's already not
not a deep team, man.
Not a deep team, and it's not a prime destination for free agents. Like I'm not going out. I want to play Minnesota.
Yeah, and even if KD goes there, I'm not about to KD is like I said, he ain't got that kind of pull no more to if I go there, we're gonna win. I'm going there, we're gonna stack up and win. No, it's not guaranteed. We saw KD stack up his last 2 stops, and it got him fucking nowhere. So if like I said, I'm a huge KD fan, we have to be realistic here. Like, look where his last two stops has gotten him, bro. Like, he went to Brooklyn. He had a lot of power in Brooklyn. He's making calls to get players on the team. You know, he had a lot of power there. You know, and it didn't work out. Yeah, I think he had a lot of power here.
Injury related, but yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out. Yeah.
Hey, shit happened. That's part of the game too. That's part of the game. You go pair up with a guy who's known for injuries. Kyrie has been hurt since he's been in fucking college. You chose Kyrie over Steph Curry. That's your fucking fault. Then you made the last ditch effort to go to Phoenix, try to cherry pick on the championship there. Went downhill real fast there. Since they got you, they've been getting worse every year. You know, and honestly, I think the same thing would happen if he goes to Minnesota. I think they would probably not make it back to the next year. They wouldn't go as far as they went this year, and they're gonna have to after the KD deal. They have to figure out what we're gonna do next. So yeah, I'm cool. I would be cool with KD if I was Minnesota. If I'm San Antonio, interested. If I'm Houston, I'm low key interested. I forgot what team they say interested in them, but yeah, I know it's off the top of my head.
San Antonio is the only one that really makes sense as of right now.
I agree.
But I will say, and you've said this months ago, even before they got to the finals. If OKC loses this NBA Finals, doesn't win, that's the first call I'm making.
That's the best place for them, man. I said it now. I know it will look bad because they got back here. They got to the finals, so like, man, you're going to the finals loser, finals, Western Conference champion. But I mean, honestly, if he goes to Minnesota, you going the back-to-back Western Conference appearance team. You know, if you go to San Antonio, I'm gonna be stacked. So
at that point,
get sacked anywhere he goes. He's going to get sacked anywhere he goes.
But yeah, and honestly, at that point, KD, I mean, he's type he don't give a damn. Like I said, he already did it in OKC when he was in his prime.
Yeah, he's gonna get sacked anywhere he goes. I saw he made a tweet. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, kind of like defending his legacy after 30 or some shit. Like, bro, just shut the fuck up. Nobody cares anymore. You're gonna get joked about because you went to Golden State and won 2 rings there. You're never gonna get respected the way you feel like you need to. So just drop it, bro. Just drop it.
Yeah, I mean at that point he can defend it all he wants to, and I say
Yeah.
people will defend it for you, but like I said, ain't no point of arguing with people on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, just drop it, man. Just drop it. You live your life, bro. You made the decisions you made. You're still one of the best scorers of all time, one of the best players of all time. If people don't like you because of decisions you made, fuck it, bro. Who cares? Like, who cares? You're not gonna be looked at as one of the goats. You never was anyway, bro. After you left OKC, it was the chance of being one of the goats were over. So just be happy with being one of the best scorers of all time. And you're gonna get criticized for things you did. Is what it is. Everybody gets criticized, bro. For the for being that great, you're gonna get criticized. Is what it is.
So you don't think he breaks the top 10 greatest of all time players?
I mean, yeah, he might do that. He might break top 10 greatest of all time.
I'm
talking about like he not in the discussion with the Kobe's and the
Mike, yeah,
Bron's, Mike's, Magic's, Birds. He's not in that discussion. Maybe the Birds. He's not because of Magic's, Steph's. He's not in that discussion. He's that ship is sailed. He's never gonna get there. Like I said, once he joined Golden State, that ship was over. He never was gonna be looked at as one of those guys. But that's okay. He had to know that going to Golden State. He had to know that.
Hey, make it full. Like I said, OKC doesn't win. Make it full circle moment. Go ahead, help OKC win the championship, and go ahead and call it a career, bro.
Yeah. And now unless he would have went back to OKC right after he left Golden State or went somewhere and then won right after he went to Golden State. Like I think once he went to Golden State and because I don't want to say, well, yeah, it was different than Bron going to Miami because Bron going to Miami was like they didn't just win. Even though you did team up with niggas, like it wasn't like they was already established. It was like a whole new regime kind of there. KD kind of did his shit different. It kind of was already kind of established. You kind of just joined up with them niggas. So it kind of looked a lot worse for him. So I mean, once you went there, his chances of being like looked at as like a Kobe or LeBron or even Jordan or even a Steph at this point, it's not happening.
But honestly, what helps? I mean, to the whole thing, and this is going on doing.
Yeah, we're going way off topic. We are way off topic already.
But real quick, what helps Steph is that 2022 NBA championship.
Yep. Without that, he would be stained big time.
Yeah. So
big time.
But
and still, I mean, even still, he probably won't build that as he not up there with the Kobe's and the LeBron. I mean, LeBron's and the Jordans either. He's like the step under them because he had two with KD. KD came there and helped him get two. You lost to LeBron a couple times. You didn't look great in a couple finals. People knock Kobe down because he got some with Shaq. So people knock you down because how you get your rings too. Just because you got them, you can be happy you got them, and you in the upper echelon of talent ever. If you're KD, you got 2 rings, 2 finals MVPs. You looked at us. You might not be in the category with Steph or LeBron or Magic or them, but you somewhere higher than fucking Paul Pierce now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Paul Pierce, man.
All right. And really, last thing, because I forgot this is big news too, bro. What do you think about the Knicks not being able to hire?
I was gonna bring this shit up.
Or not interviewing any head coach.
What the fuck are you niggas doing, bro? Like they're going after every coach that's already has a job. Going after Jason Kidd, going after Chris Finch. I think his name Chris Finch. Finchy of Minnesota. Going after Ime Udoka. Going after Billy Donovan, bro. Who else? What are y'all doing?
When the Bulls said no, you don't interview Billy Donovan. Like, come on, bro. Like,
what are we doing here, bro? When you fire Tibbs, you should have it should have been a short list of already hired coaches. Maybe Jason Kidd. I can't even think of a coach I would have even wanted. Maybe Jason, maybe Ime Udoka. Those two should be the only ones you checked in on for hired coaches. After that point, bro, you looking fucking stupid right now.
Like Quinn Snyder, bro. Like, come on,
that's no Quinn Snyder. What are you guys doing, bro? They're scrambling right now. You're looking very, very lost. Looking very. If I'm a player on your team right now, I'm like, what the fuck do you fire Tibbs for? You have no idea who you're gonna fucking hire. And I'm hearing Stephen A. Jackson say Mark Jackson. Start Stephen A. Smith saying Mark Jackson. I'm a fan of Mark Jackson, but no.
That shit, no.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Like first off, I think he gets a little bit too much credit for what he did in Golden State. He was a good coach at Golden State, but gets a little bit too much credit for what he did there, in my opinion. He got fired for a reason. I don't get into all that. He got fired for a reason. So Mark Jackson, great on TV, great motivational speaker. As far as being an NBA coach, let's just let that ship sail, please. But yeah, Knicks, y'all fucking stupid, man.
this just goes to the whole thing of the Knicks front office and ownership management. Like, bro, they've been fucking up for years. Like I said, the Tibbs, like I said, luckily the Tibbs thing worked out. But before they got Tibbs, they were in the same boat trying to hire head coaches, bro. You remember back in the day, they gave Phil Jackson the fucking GM
job. Remember they
he bringing Derek Fisher, who ain't never coached a day in his damn life. That damn team back.
But just think, I was thinking about the other day. Remember Phil Jackson? Remember how bad he wanted Steve Kerr, and he almost went there. Just think if Steve Kerr went to New York instead of going to Golden State Warriors. Oh my God, would have been the worst decision he ever made in his life.
Man,
would have been the worst decision he made in his life. Going to Golden State made him a Hall of Fame coach. Literally, that one decision made him a Hall of Fame coach. But yeah, they're tripping, man. They've been in turmoil for years, decades. This just adds on to the fucking madness, bro.
And this is laughable, bro. Like I said, bro, like we just come off an Eastern Conference Finals appearance, 2 wins away from an NBA Finals. We fire our head coach, and now we don't know who the next fucking coach is about to be. That's crazy, yeah. It's wild. Man, honestly, at this point, I don't even know where the fuck they about to turn to. They about to look.
I'm hearing don't give up on Jason Kidd. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing J. Kidd might be interested. Of course, Bam said no, but who's to say he wouldn't go to him like, yo, bro? Y'all said no. I'm saying yes. I'm trying to talk to them. I'm trying to go over here and get the job. Like, maybe he pushed the buttons to the ownership. Maybe they let him out of his contract. I don't know how that work.
Shit. I mean, I know. Once upon a time, an NFL coach got traded. Shit, can they make a trade for an NBA coach?
Happened back in Doc Rivers got traded for 2 second-round picks. Happened again. I forget where, but yeah, it's happened multiple times in the NBA too. So it's definitely a thing. It happens. It happens. You know, right. They don't consider it a trade, but it's just more so like, we'll give you this for letting him out of his contract. We'll give you guys two draft picks for letting this guy out of his contract, and we'll sign him for X amount of dollars.
Next, how bad you want Jason Kidd?
I'm offering Dallas some draft picks. Y'all need draft picks,
man.
I offer them draft picks, man.
But yeah,
I think that's the best. I think that's the best option for them right now. If I'm looking at the landscape, everybody that I've heard names, I would say Jason Kidd is the best option. But he has a job, so if he doesn't want to leave or they don't want to let him out, and he's not like pushing to get out, then y'all fucked me. I shouldn't have fired Tibbs, in my opinion. Even when we both said, you know, maybe he ain't the right coach for that team, you should have waited till you could identify the right coach before you fire a nigga who got y'all to the furthest y'all been in 25 years.
Exactly. And honestly, and I say, well, we saw broad Jason Kidd is like, okay, we know we got Cooper Flay. You're still a year away. If you're Jason Kidd, do you think you can go there and win in New York right away?
Maybe. I mean, you got a better chance of winning there, I think, than you do in Dallas, right?
In Dallas. Yeah, well, especially next year. Like I said, I got to keep remembering that Tatum's probably gonna be out the whole year. Yeah. So Boston,
next year wide open in the East. Next year wide open in the East, man. So if you're a coach and you think, hey, if I go over there and I can get to convince them to make these few moves, these few tweaks, or hey, if you think you're a good enough coach to go over and work with the roster they got now, you say, hey, I'm cool with y'all. I don't do nothing. I'm cool. I got this offense to implement. I got this. I'm doing defense to make Cat and Jalen Brunson work. Then hey, by all means, you're a coach in the West. I'm trying to get over to the East right now. East is already weaker, and like I said, next year is wide open. So if you don't like what you got going in the West and you're a Western Conference coach, it might be desirable for you to move to the next job. But you know, if you hearing everybody say no, you like, bro, why everybody else saying no? I ain't gonna say yes to this shit. You got right saying no. My nigga from UConn said no, even though he a fucking dickwad anyway. Yeah, Hurley fucking dickwad. He said no. You know, everybody's saying no. So
Rick Pitino said no. So
yeah, Pitino said no. Like everybody's saying no. Why is everybody saying no to the job? It must not be that good of a job then. That's what I would think. But you know, if you got confidence in yourself and you can go over there and convince, it's gonna be a tough job convincing Dolan to give you some kind of power over there because he thinks he runs everything over there still. But you go over there and bring your own coach staff in there because they got Rick Brunson still coaches there. You know, I'm trying to bring my own staff though. So if maybe that's why everybody's saying no. Maybe they talked and asked questions and Knicks said certain things. They're like, it's not really my job. I go over there, I'm just be talking head. You know, that's how I would feel because if you notice, we don't see anybody from front office in Knicks. We don't see Roy West. We barely ever see Dolan do press conferences ever.
Yep.
You know, so we don't see the only person over there was Tibbs. So if you go over there, you're gonna be the talking head for the franchise. Anything they do fucked up, you're gonna be the head one in front of me talking about it. So, it's not gonna be an easy job for sure.
And especially if you come in and you underperform, you perform worse than what Tibbs has done.
Yeah, it's a high ass bar, bro. High ass bar. Back-to-back 50-win seasons, conference finals appearance, 2 wins away from NBA finals. He got fired. So the only thing to do to get better than that is going to the finals. Exactly. That's a high ass axe, bro. And after next year, it ain't guaranteed it's gonna be wide open no more in the East.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what though, if somehow whatever coach come in and win that one with New York, his name will be
made man.
In New York. Yeah, he ain't got to pay for nothing in New York ever again.
Yeah, made man for sure. If he's Michael Murray and do that, man, made man.
But hey, well, hey, New York, I'm available for interview. I'm available if you.
I need
sit down and
interview. 5-year deal. You can fire me after 1 game if you want to. That 5-year deal gonna kick in. I ain't getting no jobs 5 years. I'm gonna take my salary. But give me a nice little, 3 to 5 year deal. Hey, I'll come with my coach, man.
Yeah, I will gladly come in and interview and coach the Knicks.
Facts.
Down to the wire 513 special sports and spirits Thursday. That's all. I think that's all we got for y'all today. NHL. We don't talk much hockey on here, but damn, Panthers already up 2-0. Damn, over the Oilers.
Come on, McDavid.
So, I think that's all we got. That's all we got for today. We appreciate everybody tapping in and joining us on the special edition Sports and Spirits Thursday. We'll be back to regularly scheduled programming next week. Let me make sure. Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Wednesday should be open.
Because Monday.
Either the game on Friday or it'll be Thursday. So we should be Wednesday, Friday. We should be good.
We'll be back on regularly scheduled programming next week. So yeah, appreciate y'all being flexible. Thank y'all to everybody who hit the notification bell, subscribe to us, liked us on YouTube, follow us on everything down to the wire 513. Or as I always say, just Google us. For the good brother, Flyman Rand, Josh Dyke Evans, the Terran Bland. We'll catch y'all either Saturday or Sunday to recap game 4 and preview game 5. But until then, y'all have a safe, blessed rest of the week. We out.
Peace.